On the Play Store and App Store, we have found so many portrait idol RPG games on mobile. It's because the demand of this genre is getting massive based on the number of players who downloaded the game. Portrait idol RPG become the game genre with a casual gameplay because the player only needs to use a few fingers and one hand to play it. That's why portrait game idol RPG is really worth playing while you are in a multitasking activities. Top 12 Best Portrait Idol RPG Games Android iOS will make you keep playing Idol RPG Mobile. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Souls, such a perfect idle game RPG mobile. The graphics are really good and the way of the visual qualities make it look so cinematic. Souls game idle RPG will let the player build up the team's power through equipment, character level, and gacha to obtain higher star heroes. Before you start the battle, please adjust the hero position based on the hero's type, like long range or melee. In combat, we will do nothing. It's totally the best idle RPG game. The character will attack automatically and be able to cast the powerful skill when the yellow energy bar is charged into 100%. The combat battle is really fast, even if you don't speed up the games. Overall, I would love to give 9 to 10 for this best game RPG idle style, especially about the character's design. Grand Quest, such a perfect graphic for an idle RPG game with anime style. I remember playing this game for more than 1 year on the first CBT testing. It has so aggressive progress with an optimization skill visual. The gameplay of this best idle RPG game allows the player to tap the auto button, which is for the skill, and also auto attack. Actually, this idle game has an element base, so every enemy and our hero has their own element that will determine the strength or the weakness. This aspect is one of the most important things we should learn to make the battle become much easier. Absolutely, Grand Quest is the best game idle RPG for Android iOS. I'm waiting for the global release for sure. Idle Ninja Legend. This is Naruto game RPG Idol. The game starts from the beginning of the storyline from the Academy Ninja. It's a kind of collectible hero. We can obtain the character swords to combine it into a certain amount and become our heroes. We must clear higher stages to make our AFK rewards getting bigger. All of the heroes must be geared up with the best equipment. Remember to break through their star grade to boost the character power significantly. The combat battle of this best game idle RPG Naruto is all of the character will do an auto basic attack. We can unleash the ultimate skill, but I prefer to play this game automatically, so they will cast the skill directly when the gauge energy is full. Best of idle game anime RPG on Android. Sea of Clouds, Infinite Idle RPG. I am really waiting for this idle game RPG to be released on global. Even now, the game is only available in a certain region, but the quality is really good. That makes more players want to try this game. This idle RPG game has 4 different classes like Warrior, Priest, Assassin, Mage. We can pick one class between, the rest of the classes will come join in our team. But we are only able to gear up the character we have selected, as well as the upgrade and enhance their level. In-game, the character will do an auto skill and boss stage will appear. We can rotate the camera into 360 degrees to see the immersive world. Probably one of the best graphics of anime idle RPG games on mobile. Mythic Heroes Idle RPG. This idle RPG is one of my favorites because the game's developer really easily give 2 SSR characters just for starting the game. This SSR character seems really overpowered. We can deal all of the enemy just with one single strike, like Zeus' skill. That has area of effect damage. The gameplay is we can build a kingdom and another building to get some extra rewards and add more features. The summon rate is not pay to win for me. The game is really good for players who love to play casual idle RPG games mobile. We can do an auto assault to continue the battle after we finish some stages. The best idle RPG game portrayed Android iOS. Pixel Heroes. Pixel Heroes. Finally, we made an idle game RPG with pixel art style. This pixel art style is really cute and good looking. All of the character design is well prepared. It also has male and female characters with so many classes. The gameplay of Pixel Heroes is we must enter the dungeon to start the battle. In combat we don't have any option because everything will be done by itself. Attack skill is totally automatic. We just need to strengthen the character before entering the combat. Even if the game is available on the Play Store right now, but the game's language needs English, so all players will enjoy this game. Mimi Star Pixel Go. Mimi Star Pixel Go, another pixel art idle RPG game on this video. I put this game on the list because it is really worth trying and playing for sure. This idle game has fully auto battle. I highly recommend you to get a companion because he will help you give a huge damage to the monster. Every companion has a different grade with skill, as well as our main character can upgrade with different costume and skin. It will increase the power. This Mimi Idle RPG has a fun visual and music. Remember to enter the gold dungeon and gear dungeon for many rewards. Dislyte. Dislyte, for an idle RPG game, this game can exist for a long time in the game industry. It's because most players review if this idle game RPG does not pay to win. That makes the player enjoy it, especially the newbie would be lucky to get a lot of achievement diamonds when they played it for the first time. It has a high quality of visual skill when we unleash it, but it only appears once, and the rest will be faster. This game has male and female characters available to obtain. The gacha rate is not really high and it's quite fair enough for a free player to play system. This game is one of the most worthy idle RPG games that you need to play now. Merge Girl Idle RPG. Merge Girl Idle RPG. Unbelievable! This anime idle RPG has the most interesting character design. Everything is female with a pretty good looking and nice shape. This game is made for young boy players who love to see nice scenery. The gameplay is we will kill all of the monsters we face all the way and get so much gold to upgrade and build up the character status like power, speed, agility, defense, and HP. Remember to learn a new skill and gear up your character, even if it does not have animation skill, but the way of the character's creation already gives the player desire. Blade Idol. Blade Idol, this idle RPG game made by Mobirix game developer, and we all know this company always updates on making new idle RPG games with high quality graphic, especially on anime art style. This game Idol allows the player to change her sword's appearance based on what she equips on. Try to do some gacha to get new equipment. The more you summon the gacha, that means the higher grade of weapon will you obtain. Learning a skill is possible when you reach a certain level. There are so many dungeons we can get into, like EXP dungeon, gold dungeon, equipment dungeon. All of these dungeons have a limited ticket every day. Fun's Quest. Fun's Quest. For a 2D visual game, this idle game RPG has really simple gameplay. We will fight with the boss at the end of the stages. It's quite unique. Even this is an idle game, but we can tap the screen while fighting the boss battle. The skill showcase is not really flashy, that makes us clearly see how the skill looks. Honestly, the gameplay is really slow. We need to speed up the gameplay. We move into the next stage, which is longer than our battle. On the other side, try to get a lot of rewards by watching the ads that are available to click. Panilla Saga. Panilla Saga. These idle RPG games remind me of Fire Emblem Heroes graphic. All of the character design is really similar within those games. The combat is the same as the other idle RPG games, but I really love the battle effect skills. Honestly, even if you speed up the games 2 times, it still feels quite slow. The developers should speed up the gameplay faster to make us enjoy grinding for some items. Overall, I would give 10 to 10 about the storyline and design. Even the game size is 2GB, but it doesn't matter. Just look at how high the score on Play Store. It's 4.9 stars, so great.